station. And don't forget, you can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. And you're looking for a fun way to get out and sip and savor something good, we got that opportunity for you. Joining us today is Elizabeth Williams. She's the festival producer of Sip and Savor there in Meridian, and she joins us to tell us more. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Rebecca, how are y'all?
I'm doing well. I love when the title gives me instructions. And so you want us to sip and you want us to savor. And I think I would be down for both. But This event seems to be growing there in Meridian. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've we're expecting about 3,000 people. Last year people came from 17 different states, so it's a big tourism driver for little bitty Meridian. But we've invited about 50 chefs from across the Southeast. These are all like award-winning guys, big deals in the culinary industry. And then partnered with several different beverage vendors to help you make it easy to sip and savor.
So when is it happening? It's coming up.
It's Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Oh, man, we're getting it right in on time there, Elizabeth. Well, with it being so popular and about 3,000 coming in, are there tickets still available? Is there still an opportunity for folks?
I'm sorry. We do have some. I will say, so we have two different ticket tiers. It's a general admission and then a premium pass. And, we've only got maybe 40 of those premium passes left. And those get you early entry into the festival. You get a little swag, some other little perks. But yeah, we're selling fast.
What is that like for you? You put on. I know you have a team. It's not you by yourself, Elizabeth, to put on something like this. I know there's so much work goes into it. To know you're down to only 40 individuals to be able to come. What does it mean to you that folks are buying into what you're trying to do there in Meridian?
Oh yeah, no. It's huge to us. It is my baby, and it's put on by. I'm the only one that gets paid to do it. I've got a volunteer committee of 13 local women, and we've worked so hard to build this event into what it is. And when we call a chef and they've heard of us, I called a chef in Charleston last year, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of Sip and Savor." It's like, wow, all the way up in Charleston. That's so cool. But it's definitely our baby, and I think it's something to be proud of.
What year are we in, Elizabeth? Sorry.
This is year 5.
Okay. Has it grown in terms of just people and interest over the last 5 years, or has the idea of Sip and Savor and what you do when you get there kind of evolved also?
It's kind of evolved. We try to make it not just eat and drink. We always book a really fun live band, and we try to kind of put some education in it. We've started inviting more. When we have these beer partners, we ask that they bring their brewers with them so that they can kind of give more education about yes, this beer tastes like this in this cup, but if you use a different glass. How to do that kind of thing and how to pair things. And then actually right before this, I was blowing up beach balls. We try to make it fun, not throw a bunch of beach balls out on the dance floor. So
do you try to
pair
a
lot of different things.
The sip and the savor? Do you give your chefs themes or ingredients? I'm trying to think of some of the more fun contests. I know it's not really a contest, or is it for the chefs, or is it just them coming and bringing their best for people to savor?
I think they kind of get competitive on their own, but, it's funny to watch. They're all such a tight-knit community. You would not believe how, you'll invite a chef from Nashville, and they'll be like, I know so-and-so is from Mississippi. Is he going to be there? But we actually will kind of dig through their Instagrams and find out who's friends with who and make sure that they're in the tents together so they have a lot of fun cooking alongside each other, and then I think that makes it fun for the ticket holder, too, to kind of see them cut up.
So how does it work? I know it's Sip and Savor. You drink a little, you have a little good food and a good time, but you mentioned set up in tents. So is it where you get a wristband and you go through and just get taste of everything? Is it more of sit down, a buffet style? If we decide to come and fill your last spots, Elizabeth, how does the event kind of work?
So you enter in and you get a wristband, and then we actually shut down the street for about it's a full block in front of the museum. And it's giant tents in the street, and all the chefs are cooking out of those tents, and they each prepare a signature bite. So you're going up and you get to interact with that chef and then try that dish, and then, they're alongside all these big name beverage brands.
Will you leave full?
I always leave full. I make sure I get in that tent and get them to give me little snacks, but I mean they're smaller portions, but there's 40 of them, and you can go to as many chefs as you like. Yeah. But we also do encourage. One of the things that I love about Sip and Savor is these people come to Meridian and they go to Sip and Savor and they have a good time, and that's great. But they also go to our local restaurants, they go to our local bars, and they spend money downtown, and that's really impactful on our economy.
Elizabeth, why Meridian? Why did you think, obviously you live there, I would assume, to be putting this on there, but what made you think that Meridian was the perfect place for such a successful event like Sip and Savor?
Well, I just kind of bulldogged my way into it. I'm not from here. I'm from Birmingham, and my husband is from here. So when we moved over here, I missed my restaurants, I missed my bars, and I started working for the Max, and it was right when we first opened, so it was kind of the world is your oyster kind of thing as far as programming went. So while I was programming, we have 2 fine art studio spaces, and that's what I was mainly doing. I was like, it'd be cool if we started doing pop-up dinners. And so those started getting increasingly popular, and then our main annual fundraiser wasn't really – we did a gala to begin with, and that kind of was falling off. So we decided, hey, let's capitalize off how everybody seems to like to eat and drink outside and make that our fundraiser. So it just kind of spun from there, and the first one was in 2021, right after people were getting vaccinated, and I think people started getting comfortable, and all of a sudden we had planned on this event being 800 people, and we literally sold 800 tickets one night, and so our first year we ended up being about 1,500 people. We've just kind of grown from there.
Well, that's exciting, and too, knowing that it's a fundraiser there, I would assume for the Max, which I think is also something people need to put on their to-do list. Will you get to explore the Max during this event, or is it just out in front of the lawn there?
Oh, yeah, no, the exhibits actually will be open, and we actually are hosting an exhibit. It's called Thank You, Please Come Again, How Gas Stations Feed and Fuel the American South. It's Kate Medley. She's a photojournalist out of Jackson, but she traveled across the Southeast and photographed gas station restaurants, and it's really interesting. But we decided to kind of capitalize on the culinary aspect of it and get it while Sip and Savor was here. So that'll be open. Our gift shop will be open, and our permanent collection will be open as well.
Well, and the weather should be great for it. Thank you for doing this in March and not like in July.
Oh, of course. Yeah, the weather looks perfect.
Yeah, and I'm sure it would have been rain or shine and still had a good time. Will there be music involved? I know we talked about the Sipp Savor, and I was going to add like sway, but then you may not want to do that with the sip part. I was like, how do we add in a little bit of the music flair there, Elizabeth? I'm sure there will be.
So we've booked it's an 80s cover band called Fly By Radio. They're really fun. They actually played my senior prom. But they're a really good time. They wear crazy clothes, and they're a good time.
Well, you mentioned there's only 40 of the, I guess, Uber tickets left, or the better tickets, or the special tickets. You say, what are they called?
They're the premium pack.
Premium, of all the words, Uber, I think next year you should rebrand. It should be your Uber tickets. No, that's probably included too. But so there's only 40 of those left. But in terms of like general admission, can people still go online and get plenty of tickets? Can they come, and do they have to have a ticket before they get there? That's where I was getting to, Elizabeth.
Right now we will have tickets available at the door. They do increase in price the day of, but the sales are picking up, so I kind of encourage people to get them ahead of time.
All righty. Well, that's 40 chef, 40 bites. Is there also 40 sips, or is it less sips than that? Because that's a heck of a deal.
It's a lot of sips. If it's not 40, it's pretty close to it.
All right. Well, we're wishing y'all the best weather, as well as a wonderful turnout there in Meridian, and people can go and check that out. What's the website to get tickets or just see more about it, Elizabeth?
It's sippandsavor.com, and it's SIPPandsavor.com.
All righty, girl. Well, you're welcome back next year for the 6th.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca.
All righty. You guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.